haven't seen George in...
Talk to that time.
Yeah, we were over in Naples, I think. That would have been 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah, I'm curious to know if he's living in one of the houses he bought as a foreclosure, or if he's in another.
Well, he's in Virginia.
I know. He was doing them all over the country.
Oh, that's true. So maybe he moved up there to do more
Or if
housing.
there's another like religious community in Virginia.
Yeah, it could be that. All right. We just never know. So that will be good. We haven't seen him in so long. And so we will have lots to talk about.
Now, offer him some juice or soda, or
Yeah, I should offer him juice.
I'm sure he has something nice.
That's true. It's always nice to have something
If he
nice.
wants coffee, the coffee maker is still connected.
All right.
He's here. Good to see you. Good to see you, buddy. Missed it.
It is too long. Right. Come on in. What we're doing is I videotape everything. So, you can either be on camera, but your voice is definitely what we want on
Yes,
camera.
indeed.
So I got chili.
Well, because you are providing food, I'll do this.
You'll do the video? Oh, that's so cool. Because my students have to listen to like real English.
Yes.
So I put this up under practice listening.
Fantastic.
Isn't that great?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was just pouring you some cold water.
That'd be wonderful.
Hello,
Filter.
George.
Hey,
Please excuse my.
Oh, you always look
support.
radiant.
Yeah, it's so nice to see you.
What a pleasure. I didn't know you were going to be here. It's great to see you.
Oh, hello.
Isn't it great?
You know,
Sure.
all these disasters. But you moved to Virginia.
I did, shortly after we spoke, we did move. So
Because that was the where the activity was for housing. Was that because you were doing a lot of housing?
I had owned and I still own a house near Charlottesville. I'm actually trying to sell that house along with everyone in the world trying to sell a house.
Charlottesville is in here.
It's where UVA is in Virginia.
Oh, that's the nice
wow.
area. Right.
It's really gorgeous,
Right.
area. But I bought I think I had told you guys I bought an inexpensive home there.
Yeah.
In booming times, not quite at the top of the boom, but I'm having a lot of difficulty selling it. So.
But
You're not
that's not where
upside
you're
down,
living, is
are
it?
you?
No, I live North Virginia. I live by D.C.
Wow.
But out in the country, I live on the sprawl of D.C.
Oh,
So it's also very pretty where I live.
what a dream.
It really is.
What a dream.
You know, and of
Wow.
course,
Is it too far to be exurb, or are you on the border of the exurb?
D.C. people wouldn't call me a suburb, but there are people who commute way beyond where I
Like
live.
80 miles they'll commute in?
Yeah, I think some people commute 2 hours each way, which seems
Amazing.
crazy.
Oh, that's the definition of exurb,
Yeah.
right
Yeah,
there.
you know, and the thing about DC, like LA, you know, you could never go by the miles guide. You got to go by the time it takes you,
Exactly.
because the crow flies like this. But if you live where I live, there's wiggly roads, and it's going to take you a while before you get to a straight road, and then it's stop and go traffic all the way in.
Unless you go in at like 6:30
But
in the morning.
I've had jobs up there, but I've never worked in DC. I've worked the Fairfax area, Herndon.
That's terrific
Which is by
because
the
you don't
airport.
have to deal with the traffic
That's
mess.
the dream.
Yeah.
That's
So
excellent.
you guys have maybe been to Dulles Airport?
Yeah, right.
That's where a lot of tech jobs are, but it's not in DC.
Wow, I'm so happy for you.
Well, don't be too happy because I just got laid off for the second time in 5 months.
Oh.
So,
What, you actually found a job after you got laid off?
and got laid off 3 months later. So they cut my
Oh,
position.
sorry.
You know, I am too, but
Hey, it gives opportunity.
you know, and I say this, you know, I'm among friends. You know, I don't preach this because you don't know who you're talking to, but that it's just a testimony of really how, when it comes to finances, all of us have to be smart. Yeah, and we can't be presumptuous because, you know, I made a lot of money, JK, but what good is making a lot of money if you only make it for 3 months?
Oh,
So if I were to have maybe upgraded my lifestyle or planned a $6,000 vacation in Cary and put a down payment on a cruise,
anticipating.
You gotta be
the-
careful.
Right.
So we've always been, you guys, we're like, we're pretty frugal. So we don't go
Right.
nuts. When we
Yeah.
see good times, it's like, yes, but we wait.
Right.
So when I got clipped the second time, I chuckled. And I called Karen on the way home. Karen knew things where they had announced cuts. I had 2 great jobs up there, guys. The first job I had was for a smaller company, but I was their HR director. It paid well. That lasted 9 months. But guys, I was fortunate because within 6 weeks, I got a strategic operations job in an HR department for a very large government contractor, Northrop Grumman. They compete with Lockheed Martin and Boeing. But I got organized in 3 months. So, but I have, like many of us, I have other income and stuff, and I'll be able to pay my bills. That's the key. That's the key. That's the
Yeah.
key. The key is, what do you need to maintain your lifestyle? Or, if you got to adjust your lifestyle,
Yeah,
what do you need? What they call, what is your nut?
yeah.
Right.
And fortunately for Carrie and I made well above what
I'm so
our
glad,
nut
I'm
was.
so glad for you, I'm so glad,
So you're
yeah.
able to
Because
cushion.
we, by accident, are hanging on all right, because when we finally realized we're missing the boom had also turned into a recession, and at least we didn't get hit quite like that.
I know.
Look, the 3 of us talked that day.
Yeah,
George and I.
exactly, just as we were like
You
feeling,
guys had a couple $100K.
yeah,
George, where do you, and what, I immediately said, it's a little bit more complicated than you think. I said,
yeah.
do your research, but guys, we gotta be very thankful.
We do.
Had you guys,
We would have been at the top.
That timing, yeah, we would have been at how bad could we have been?
well,
Yeah,
look guys, we wanted to get into the foreclosure thing, but we
Yeah.
did not know that it would go 10
10
X.
times it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we saw the activity,
Right.
now's the time.
Right,
When you guys hear this a lot, I've only been to this house maybe twice. Yeah.
Only twice.
Both times that come, it was within a year.
Right.
It would have been several years ago. There was not one for sale sign in the entire neighborhood.
That's right.
Because this is a very exclusive area, very
yeah,
stable.
yeah,
And we're
yeah,
noticing
yeah,
that, huh?
It
yeah.
shows you if that's happening in this area.
What's happening?
Where my parents lived, in Hollywood Hills, which was considered,
Yeah.
Emerald Hills, then Hollywood Hills.
Yeah,
There were no homes for sale there. But now,
The signs are all over.
20%.
yeah,
That's,
yeah.
Here, maybe 5%, 7%.
Well, when they take down a lot of signs.
Look at that.
holding off.
Those are the ones that are up.
Yeah, because it used to be, a couple of years ago, you drove in here, and like every other house was for
A
sale.
lot of these folks don't have to, they want to sell. But
Right.
Yeah.
they could put it back up in 6 months.
Yeah,
But unfortunately, what we're finding, guys, is that's not only makes for a very interesting conversation for those who can stomach it, but it's a self-fulfilling kind of thing, and the inventory is not going down, and that's
Yeah.
why it's a very, at best, flat market that we're in for some time, right?
right.
well, we're hearing from a realtor friend of ours, all of a sudden, the claws are starting again, things like
Well,
this, but she works
relatively for her.
with, yeah.
That's why you guys are such a great team, because you guys really balance out each other.
I know.
Believe me, it's
Yin and yang.
within their interest, of course.
Yeah.
It's within, they're like an association, a quasi-union.
Yeah.
If you're a mortgage broker or a builder or a realtor, it's within your interest to pump up the volume.
Sure.
And by the way, those signs come down because Jill calls Harry. Harry, do me a favor. The Thompsons over there, they don't take the sign down and bringing people through the neighborhood. You know it.
All right.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.